Well, deep in the Parisian roots, Fontignac is here, and at its very lowest price, we are about to show you what a Cocotte can do for you. And in fact, it can do literally everything. It is the cast iron with a perfect blend of enamel, so it's virtually non-stick. Beautiful colors either in the blue or the red. And Chef Christophe is with me. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Excited to be here, absolutely.
Very excited to have you. This is the lowest price we've ever been able to do this. We've taken 20% off. And I know we're going to quickly go through the kitchen because this is now your very favorite, like your go-to.
So I'm from the south of France, right? My mom cooked all my meals in something like this. This is what I call the holy grail of all cookware.
I love it.
It does everything. Now you have to look at the quality of the enamel, coated outside and inside. I know half the countries when it's freezing, right? So look at it. It makes me warm just looking at it, right? One pot meal, beautifully constructed. Easy to handle handles that do not get too hot in the oven, so you're not going to burn your fingers. Let me show you what we can do with this. So I have a pot roast right here. Look at the sear I have on this beef right here. So very little olive oil. You can cook low fat. You can do anything you want in here. What I'm going to do right now, I just gave my beef a nice sear. We have some onion, tomato, and carrots. We're going to put a little bit of rosemary in there. I'm going to deglaze it with some nice stock.
And this is large. This is a 5.5 quart, and it's the round size, so it's that perfect distribution. It's going to heat evenly. It's going to stay hot and warm, and the quality.
The capacity is amazing. Let me show you what this pot roast looks like.
Off to the oven, because you can put this in the oven, stove top. There he goes. And Chef, I know you have had years and years of experience, and so this has become one of your favorites. And even though your career has spanned the globe, this has such a unique design and such unique features.
To be honest, you know, I think that the looks of it in the kitchen is just absolutely amazing. Now look, one little trick I want to talk to you about is the handle here, because when you get to the table and your tablecloth is nice and, you know, nice and clean, and you don't want to burn anything, you're going to put the handle right here. It's just that simple. Right?
Now, can I tell you, I'm noticing something very special about the inside of that handle, or the inside of the lid as well, that's so unique to this design.
Yes.
And I know we're going to talk a little bit about that, because you might be curious as to why it's designed the way it is.
One of the biggest secrets that Chef don't want you to know about, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is basting, right? So what this lid will do for you, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. First of all, look at the fleur-de-lis design underneath here.
That's beautiful.
And then you have all those little waves. When you cook your food, the sides of the pot will bring all that moisture up, and those little waves will collect that moisture and drop it back on your food. And it will keep everything moist while it's cooking.
Oh, wow.
So this is the biggest secret Chef don't want you to know. Like basting moisture is just absolutely paramount to cooking. Yes.
So it's not just a beautiful design, it actually has a purpose and a function.
It does, exactly. And again, I want all the qualities of this pot are absolutely amazing. So the handles are wide so you don't burn your fingers. The color is stunning, right?
It's gorgeous.
The blue and the red.
It's like a piece of art.
That's right. This is the famous Cocotte, right? The Cocotte that we call it in France, that's what we call it. And every mom, every household has a Cocotte. You have got to have one. And you know, I know everybody has a difficulty these days. You know, you're working, you don't have much time to cook for your family. Look, I'm going to show you how long it takes to make mussels. It's going to take you a couple of seconds to saute your ingredients here. We're going to, and look at the capacity. This is about 3 pounds of mussels, right?
It's going to feed a large family. Yeah, this is a 5.5 quart. It's a round design, and it's a Cocotte. If you've never heard of it, it literally does everything. It can slow roast, it can bake, it can be your Dutch oven, and it's a special, unique design from Fontignac. And they, am I saying that right? Fontignac?
Fontignac, yes.
Fontignac. I want to make sure I practiced my French this morning. And they really have a strong focus on healthy, natural cooking, but it really dates back to that the early traditions of using cast iron. And now we've been able to put that enamel on it so it's virtually non-stick. You have your choice of the red or the blue. They come with the lids. We're taking 20% off today, so it's $15.99 on FlexPay. That FlexPay is good for today and today only. Let us ship this, and it's heavy. It's heavy duty. It's durable.
It's heavy duty. It will last forever. This is an heirloom piece, by the way. I like to tell people, listen, you buy this today, your grandchildren will be cooking with it.
It is. It's multi-generational for sure. It's that piece that, just as you said, you remember.
I do.
Your family cooking
those colors stay in your memory. You know, you remember your mom bringing in a pot roast to the table, and everybody's eating around the table. This is family time. This really reconnects everybody at the table.
It smells so good.
Put it in the middle. You serve everybody from the same dish. This is traditional French mentality about food. It's what's amazing about it.
I love it.
So my mussels are going over here.
Okay.
We're going to finish our bolognese. So I browned a little bit of beef in here. And I have some carrots and onions. And again, look, this is a 10-minute process at the most, right? heat up. By the way, the inside is already seasoned. I know everybody always wonders about seasoning cast iron, right? The enamel inside is non-stick. Easy to clean, heat it up, saute your base. We're gonna put our pasta in here. Again, look at this. This is 2 pounds of pasta in here. Look at this. We can feed easily 10 to 12 people every time we cook with just one gesture.
Yeah, and the even cooking, I think, is something you should really point out. And the fact that you can use this in different stovetop surfaces, you can place this in the oven as well. But I mean, when you think about the large capacity, this is one single pot. It's called a cocotte. And it's something that when you get this home, you are gonna really, this is gonna be your new favorite you know, pot or your new favorite.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you come home, the first thing you grab is this.
Exactly.
Because it will literally eliminate everything else. A saute pan, a boiling pot, a fryer, a braiser, a roaster. It's everything in one pot.
It's everything in one pot, which makes kind of the real estate in your kitchen really easy. So if you have maybe a smaller kitchen or you downsized or you know somebody that just got married or maybe even a college student or somebody that's going to culinary school and wants something really spectacular to be able to practice in, to use at home. If you love to entertain, this is not only perfect for entertaining for lots of people, but it's also a conversation piece. Someone will ask you,
so
where did you find that? Where did you get that?
Sorry, I just mixed up all my pasta and I have my cheese on there. We're going to cover this because I want to talk to you about heat retention right now.
That's important.
So the thickness of the material makes it that you can cook something like an hour ahead. It's football season, right? Everybody makes chili. It's cold outside. We all want to eat some good chili. Look at this. I put this on the counter about an hour ago. Okay? You see the heat retention?
The steam.
And look at all the moisture dripping from the lid. Again, one thing I want to mention is look at this ridge right here, and it will seal perfectly. So again, put the handle on the lid, and you start serving people. You can put it on the table outside. People come and help themselves.
So you no longer have to get those burners that you have to like put on the table. You're transferring from the stove, or you're really worried about overcooking something because of the heat retention is sealed in and all that moisture. It is such a special, unique design that literally goes back generation after generation after generation. And Fontignac has been able to create it as a household item for you. We have the very lowest price you will find anywhere for a cocotte. If you were to look, maybe you haven't been in the market, but you're like, I'm really fascinated and very interested. You might spend close to $300 or more on one this size, this capacity. We have the very lowest price. It is only $15.99. FlexPay is available to anyone and everyone. So you put $15.99 on a charge card. We ship it out to you for free, and then you get to have the magic in the kitchen.
Now look at
and
this.
You get to entertain.
This is ready to go, nice and hot. And then
where's all my utensils? Oh, here they are. I get to taste.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You go. Be careful, there's jalapenos in there.
Well, and the thing is, it's hot because it's been sitting there, but it's not been sitting there overcooking. Okay. I've gone from OJ to now chili. This is definitely a well-balanced morning for me.
Let's talk about one more thing you can do in this pot, and that is baking. So look at this rosemary bread.
Wait a minute. You can bake in this too?
We can, yes, we can. So we made the dough, and we left it raised in there, like, you know, for like 30 minutes, so it goes up, and then we baked it. And because the sides are so high, and it distributes the heat so evenly, your bread is perfect. Look, I'm gonna show you, look. And I had it no fat at the bottom, by the way.
Don't tell me that's gonna come right out. No way, chef.
It just pops right out. And look at this.
Stop it. Look at that.
There's nothing at the bottom.
That is that cast iron with enamel. Look how it's virtually completely nonstick. That bread, not only did it rise to perfection, but it completely just fell out. And I guarantee you that is going to be soft and fluffy and moist.
Let me show you the inside.
I'm ready.
This is absolutely amazing because it is entirely cooked evenly everywhere. Look at the crust. There's not a single side that is not crusted perfectly.
That's a unique, distinct difference because even cooking distribution and heat retention while also keeping all the moisture and the nutrients and all the goodness. I mean, that's the whole reason that we go into the kitchen, right? Because we want to cook, we want to experience food. We have a love and a passion for not only enjoying the food, but maybe preparing the food and letting everyone else enjoy the food. This is the only cocotte I have ever seen of this size at this price. $15.99. Pass this on generation after generation. It will be so unique and so distinctive and so special. It's almost like a little family heirloom, and today we have your choice, only 2 colors. So the red or the blue, and I love the variation of the red. It almost has this beautiful kind of, it's a little darker on the edges as well as on the blue. It's a little darker on the edges. And then can we real quickly talk for those that are just jumping in, this lid. It nests and sits in the handles, but there's something special about this lid.
Yes, there is something very special. I'm going to show you right side up. So this is a fleur de lis, right? So this is a traditional French, you know, sign, I guess. So the little waves you see here, what the purpose of those are is that they collect the moisture and they drip it back on your food. The edge of the lid will seal the container, and it's essentially, you're cooking in a Dutch oven, but it's a French Dutch oven. Right?
I like it, French Dutch oven.
So all that moisture goes up the side. You see the capacity, look, I have 3 pounds of mussels in there. You arrive at your table, you place your lid in the handle, and all you have to do is serve.
All you do is serve. Imagine being able, this is what you bring to the table.
It took me 10 minutes to make 3 pounds of mussels.
Yeah, when we started the presentation, that wasn't even the first thing that you did, but you stuck that in there, and within just minutes, you're able to steam and secure all the juices and the flavor. I mean, look at that. You can see the heat.
And that is the power of cast iron and heat retention.
Yeah.
And no other medium will give you this. Everything else that is metal, the heat goes away, you have to reheat it. Look at this. This is pure perfection right here.
It's true magic in the kitchen, bringing back an old kind of tradition, a French tradition. And this is our only airing of this. This is a special price. We've taken 20% off, and we have it on FlexPay. $15.99. Let us ship this to you, and then get started. If that big game is coming around, you're thinking, how am I going to cook all that chili for all those people? How am I going to prepare a beautiful beef bolognese? How am I going to do all the mussels? I mean, when you can get excited about being in the kitchen. And Chef, I know that, I mean, you've been doing this probably since
the beginning
you were born,
of time, yes.
since the beginning. But